Good day to me, Salon people. Me na Mohamed Taiwo Terali from Voice of Salon Network. Today na April 26, 2021, on the Tuesday, 2022, sorry, on the Tuesday morning. I want to give me own take about the Abalis, or traditional healer where then killed na the water, Afrito. But I just give small tip for people who don't understand what they know about the story. So wetin we understand say this there's a dog in the area where it go wild, and the dog happen for go around and bite somebody. So people they run after the dog, and then this guy wear ronko, he dressed in traditional healing clothes. He come from around the corner or somewhere, and somebody points and say, "Hey, the dog don't tell water, man." So they rush, stone this guy to death, and they kill him. End up taking body crime on a mortuary, and the examiner go and get the cause of death from a blunt trauma, which means the stone and cause death where even puncture, they get broken ribs and puncture in lungs. And let me just say it was a bad way we then kill a brother. So that give me on take now. I'll give you a take about a traditional healer or about the culture first in Sierra Leone when it comes to the entire the investigation and also the traditional healer them. So let we start first with the culture or the entire. I think say they don't claim power. Again, this a painful because some of we don't talk about this for prevent life. People don't ignore it. And I hope some of you will share this video for help for save more life. As soon as I go, remember, we viewers and also Mr. Lanson Asako, we don't involve in some things. Recently, sometime last year, for rescue, 2 people who I will remember out of my head. We cannot say more than that, but just 2 people who were rescued fast. The first one, our mommy, where them seen a free in the waka on the end. Somebody accused her and saying a witch. The oldest mammy then beat her mercilessly on the end. They were mammy an old teacher. We make for get her money, get this mammy carry go hospital to treat her, and try for get food for eat. I was another lady where in Gebele, where somebody say in Gebele, a gap na my mother and say, don't go take somebody in Bele and beat that girl back. We come back and try to explain to people and say, hey, the culture in Sierra Leone, we need for fix them. The ignorance in Sierra Leone, if we not be careful, we go lost life. People not listen to we. That this so many pray for not happen, that this so many prevent. But again, we need for continue for sensitize ourselves, for continue for help before we lost more life. Now, make I explain what's happened and 2 people and first what I talk about and the culture around that. That might mean we all know Salomon, we don't know somebody the old or even young people. We get plenty situation that make somebody they confused. We them call them delirium. Then the short-term confusion. But some people in the way it gets a permanent confusion with like the Alzheimer's or what I go say again. God, Lord, I have got to get brain freeze this morning. But Alzheimer's is one of the things that where it cause memory loss. Older people, most of the time, if they're not able to drink or not get better water in the system, and then get something the money there, then get sickness and like UTI, other things, they make them confused. Then you do things the way you don't expect them to do. Then you do things the ordinary, and then they know that then they forget and you do crazy things then. That not means say the person get witch. Most of the time, it happens to family them because they're routine at us, but because they're in the closed environment, you able to take care of them. People are not going to them, people are confused, or some say they can forget you themselves, and forget that you be. But because you take care of them, make they know they're gonna treat or focus to. So then people are not getting somebody to take care of them. So them when I work that thing happen to them, then they're lost. They're not gonna still they begin to calculate them. Thing that we know they don't know what they do. You dey see I'm selecting a witch. That lady wey even get that tea wey dem say na belle, na liver problem e get. Liver problem is that when the liver don't fail, the body not able to take the water out of the body. So most of the time, the belly they flop, what they call it ascites. Person tell them get for put something both side of the belly and gain that water there. If you don't know, you could feel it don't get belly overnight. But the problem with we culture in Sierra Leone, everything we African man not sabi, most especially Sierra Leonean, we attribute onto witch. Everything we not sabi, anything we look different, we don't want to see before, we don't attribute onto witch. Just like something we call encephalopathy. Other thing the way I think remember about that kind of corner where aiming get water and aid. Where usually they get old and weird. We all get old and weird. We water for supposed to dig the water the way they are going to begin. If you're not digging, that's not getting yourself go. You ate the begin big. It happened to picking them. You ate the begin big. You hide in all the pap na do. If you're not stop them, they'll tell for get out of the road. You feel bad devil. Most of the time we can say a devil picking them. Not a devil picking, not get nothing for do devil, not get nothing for witch. But they don't program with mind from what was small. Say anything we don't know if for attribute unto witch. And most especially where most of people in traditional business where most people they pan fetish business as well. So it's easy for putting them together. But most of the time ignorance now we problem. Most of the time we're ignorant because a lot of medical problems and we na simple thing outside another country than where people they see every day, we know they see every day. Or we they see them but not sabi the name. So what we do or attribute them. But the other thing is that unfortunately happen to with traditional border them. But the truth now is that some of them problems are themselves can cause them for we. So they traditional border here because now that way they make their own money. The more they make them fearful, the more they make the situation look bad, the more they make them more agile, the more they make them more scary, and the more they make money, and the more they won't come to them. Plenty of people don't die, now they hand them out of ignorance as well. Most of them simple medical problem here, they don't even know TB. What is then they tell we say na witch man, na devil, na this. Well, then tell don't they do so slowly, don't they program people in mind for making not investigate, for making not ask. Minor medical problem we for able to interpret. Not able to interpret them. Begin to get seizures. They say, nah, devil don't eat. So plenty things in there where if we not continue for sensitize people for explain something that we will continue for lost life. This is unfortunate. This is what I mean get no business for that. But because people so believe any kind of rubbish, you just take one full man for tinap and say, hey, that look how you don't turn dog, then see dog they come. I say, oh, that dog okay, don't turn time. Nobody take the time for go investigate anymore. Nobody take the time for say, we go look. The entire crowd don't believe her. This mommy confused. The entire crowd, big mommy, then they beat her at it. This young lady, they go to liver problem, they humiliate her under again, they beat her. Where is sick? We don't continue for talk to family. Lord, we continue. We leaders them. We chiefs them. We other leaders. We need for find a way for talk to family. Lord, sensitize them. Not to, and most of the thing not get witch. Not to witch. You not get nothing for the witch. Now ignorant, we ignorant because not sabi the effect. And now make I come to the traditional leader them. Again, I'm sorry for the loss of una brother. And it's painful. But like what we say, some of them things I don't program with family and mind them. And the thing is that the reason why I make this investigation the more now, the police and look at una say una get supernatural power. So una for able fight for una self. Even though we know say most of them here not the same thing. We know say them power than they may not believe in them power than they, to be frank. But we all different. We all different. Some of una get powers, not to say they don't get any power, but the kind of power una get is different from what people in the perceive them for being. But at the end of the day, any country, whether no matter the situation, the police get the right for investigator. Every citizen get the police get the right, they forgive them that then gets the right for give them for take care of that citizens there. And that's supposed to investigate it. And the people then kill and supposed to them for bring them to law. But excuse me. God, this is painful. It's painful because it's not supposed to happen. But the people in the see una like say una wear that wrong code, they see una like mortal man. Then they see una like a supernatural being where they will fight for themselves, who una for able to fight for on the death of the people. Where people then die or people then die mysteriously, some people then lost. Usually no, they can't tell them who that killing people in there. According to what I can say. When I tell all that kill them, when I go tell what for do for captain people them. So what happened to one of una? The police look at una and say, well, this is not a job this. Why make you for investigate for una own and a job this for take care of una? This is not I don't do that all time. So this thing they happen right now. Because the police look at una and say, una able for able to do them. Because that's what they do all the time. Even the policeman is sick, then they can't tell una. The policeman when they get problem, we don't know what happen with something mysterious thing that they happen. Now una the first you tell them. If somebody sick way they don't know. Now una they go put medicine for that according to what I say. When something happen to somebody where they kill somebody because or una claim say a witch. Now una they go pull a ceremony. So then they look and say, una able fight for una person. The people who then kill una brother, una go able to take care of that. So why police will arrest them? So this is the unfortunate part. But the truth of the matter is that we need for sensitize people and say 90 to 99% of them tell they happen not get much of those witch. Now things that people don't know the medical conditions them. So because of them they, but concerning them, so they don't program the mind so much that people need to take the time for even do minor thing for investigate. Because for let somebody tell you say mortal man turn to dog, or not even go ahead and look for the dog, all man automatically believe because we don't be programmed from when we're small. African society, every single thing, then they put fear in we. From when we're small, we don't make you do something, then life will say if you do, so and so thing will happen to you. Mysterious power will hit you. So every time we see that thing happen, we not try to get the real meaning behind them. We just believe, say, whatever we don't tell we, because from granny then to grandpa them, they lie to over most small. So when the danger don't happen, so they come up. We need for continue for sensitize people them say, because no, you don't mean say because you don't know, you don't need for ask. And you only take one person for say this nine, all man don't believe. You take one person for say, it is for me a witch, all man don't can be girl upon a witch, all man don't bring pull camera they point up on them. Or this person look at me, yesterday go sleep fight, don't count, you don't grab na money belly. Or all man don't say, don't look at woman, you go witch, you go take somebody in belly. Now you ask somebody now for let it prove her, nobody know prove her. And this is dangerous. Now this is when they fight against, and this is when they try to sensitize against. Now look where young man don't go lost in life, then beat him, then get him the worst death. Uda next, Uda infamous. That's something normal thing who they see as normal for happen to, where somebody go for interpret them as either witch or devil or something supernatural, where they will take himself in your own life. With that next. So do ya we talk to family again. I'll always share them video, I'll always sensitize yourself. Where somebody tells you this person a witch or himself, try for investigate. Most of them tell me brother, my sister, you not get much for do time. But again, they will brother when they won't cool and they abolish them, they don't play so many trick on family them. So many trick on them. Now don't program their mind. Now today, the arrow don't turn to owner. We hope so not for don't turn to nobody, because nobody know the wishes on any of your family. But Lord will say the truth, so that we will save life them in the future. Lord will save life, but for Lord save life, we go for say the truth. It's a bitter, because that will bother not get no business for die. But now they continue to fail no safe. People don't suffer in the hands of other people. Plenty people don't die in the hands where plenty people not even able to report because they believe say if you're not witch, you not get lawyer. So the easiest way for kill you, I for say you're not witch or not devil. We don't even lost pressure speaking them for me them small. With them where you might talk saying a devil, go put on that stick. Poor picking they don't they say die. Die from starvation. So they go eat in a bush. So they even pull them as sacrifice. Because of some of the traditional either the marketing they tell people them. This is our first month. Lord, we stand for the truth. And Lord, pray to God for let forgive we. But with ignorance now we continue to cook the kill we. So may they ask now, Lord, we continue for share the message here. Lord, we save the family them. Lord, save life because it can be anybody tomorrow. It can be anybody in your own family tomorrow. So this time we own take now, and Lord, we get the discussion going. Lord, we start a good discussion about medical condition people not sabi, about some of them were not program from all small, where everything, oh no, we attribute unto which. We hope say God will give we brother good. And sorry for your family we left and forgiving since then. And we hope that no other life not go that way they get, or people not go punish in the hands of people then because of ignorance. Well, I will share them video here, but we help for save more life. Thank you all and God bless you.